Hello, friend. Welcome to your reading. The open road beckons your name. Possibilities are endless. Welcome to your reading. It's been a while. I have a lot to tell you. I'm gonna just sort of start shuffling. We'll see how far I get. I'll be honest, I feel like I have to apologize to you guys because I know that a lot of you look to me for guidance, especially through the difficult astrological transits that we have been dealing with. I'm thinking specifically of March. The Lovers is out already, which is Gemini. Can also be a crossroads. Let me just make sure that's in the right place. And yeah, I'll be honest with you, my energy has been really off. I have been feeling intense burnout. I'm actually just lighting a little bit of incense to get some cleansing going. I've been feeling an intense level of burnout and been going through some very significant and serious life changes and challenges. And I appreciate all of you who have reached out, sent a well wish, and I want to say I've replied to a lot of you, but perhaps not everybody. And to those who I have not replied to, I apologize. I just have been struggling, honestly, and I apologize for leaving anybody hanging. I apologize for not being able to film or upload. At one point I was juggling 2.5 jobs, and my health was suffering. Then I lost one of those jobs, had to go through some legal stuff with that because it wasn't a good situation. And not to air like all of my dirty laundry to the spiritual community, but I just feel like I am really sorry. And I wanted to take accountability and just be as honest as possible with you guys, with what had happened, and just let you know. So if you guys have also been struggling at all, struggling with changes or developments, or just chapters closing and new chapters opening. It's funny, this says attachment and then the Lovers came out first. So I'll keep that. And avoidance is next. That's funny. So yeah, I just feel like I've been kind of being put through the ringer energetically, spiritually, and that's where I have been. I don't want to take up too much of your time with personal stuff though. So let me go ahead and get into the rest of your reading. The Lovers came out first. The Lovers is a crossroads. It can be romantic love, it can be friendship, it can be companionship, but I'm seeing more like, even the affirmation that I sang was about the road. And I feel like many of you are at a crossroads, having to make a choice or take a completely new direction. On this avoidance card, there's also a boat, which reminds me of like the Six of Swords and like moving forward, moving on, moving into calmer waters. But I almost feel like there's this crossroads and making a change and moving forward. I feel like there's an adjustment period. Like it's like you've made this change or this decision to move forward, to change. Four of Swords. And yeah, there's like a pause. There's like an adjustment period where you're getting used to this new life, or possibly life I don't know if some of you have had like a death, like a physical death, like somebody's moved to the other side, but like living life without someone. Like there's like a period of adjustment, and that may not look like you're doing a whole lot, but you're healing mentally and emotionally, and it may not like be like running around. It might just be being. It might be emotionally adjusting. I'll take one more card about this, and then I'd like to keep moving forward. Please leave a comment down below with what all you've been going through. I can't believe how long it's been since I filmed. On the one hand, it's felt like I've lived 4 different lives since then, and on the other hand, it feels like it was just yesterday. But I looked back, and it's been since January. It's been since January, at least. And I remember thinking, oh, I'm just gonna do a quick rearrange of my environment and I'm gonna come right back, and that did not turn out or come to fruition, but that's okay. It is happening now, actually. So if things look different the next time I film, or if like my setup changes, there might be fewer cards stacked up here in the future as I'm in a stage of transition, excuse me. Hopefully you guys will just bear with me on that. The 3 of Wands. Yeah, that's a waiting period, but it is expansive. It's Jupiter energy. The 3 of Wands is a beautiful card. It's also associated. Boats and butterflies may be very significant during this time. The person on the traditional 3 of Wands, I wish I had my traditional tarot deck. I think I'm going to use that the next reading I do with you guys. The person on the traditional tarot with the 3 of Wands is waiting for the ships to come back into the harbor. So boats may be a significant symbol during this time. If you see a boat, consider it a confirmation that you are on the right track. I think I'm going to go ahead and start pulling from this deck, just for some information about what, I was going to say, like, what's going on? What the heck? What the heck is going on? The 3rd house. Communication. Mercury does go back into retrograde on May 17th. So if you have any major purchases or contracts to sign, try to get them done. Hustle if you can before May 17th. It's also the house of education, local travel. It's Mercury energy. It's Mercury energy. Also 3-3, 3-3 and 6. So 3s and 6s and 9s might be significant during this time. Pluto did just enter retrograde yesterday when I'm filming this, and I felt that energy personally very intensely. I was extremely emotional, and I felt, let me see. I'm wondering if I can find, that's my card. See? There I am. I'm wondering if I can find the death card in this deck because I wanted to talk about it. There she is. So I was feeling, Pluto went retrograde yesterday, and I was feeling the energy of this death card. Like, as one chapter closes and ends and dies and is buried, another, you turn the page and another chapter begins. Almost simultaneously, like as the wheel turns. And especially with another butterfly, I feel like there's this Pluto in Aquarius, Pluto in retrograde in Aquarius. There is this deep, like, unearthing feeling of emotions that perhaps were put to rest a long time ago, or emotions you haven't heard from or seen in a long time, if that makes sense. It might be like childhood stuff, trauma that maybe you just sort of put away in a drawer, like tucked away. It might have to do with soul family, but it's bigger than that. And I think it's happening for everyone. I certainly felt it as the transit happened yesterday. And it's about you. It's not just your personal appearance, which is first house energy. It's also about identity, who you want to be, how you want to move through the world. How do you see yourself? What do you want? What are your values? Your moral values? What do you hold dear? It's like, it's the origin of what is being unearthed with this particular transit. I'm gonna take my little incense falling down, as I don't even know if you guys can see that. But the little like incense nub fell down, and I'm just gonna take that as a confirmation that what I was saying was accurate. The things that are being unearthed and changed and transformed right now are the origin of multiple circles and areas of your life. It's like a seed in the middle that blossoms into a bigger flower, and each petal represents like career, money, friendships, romantic relationships, environment, like your hobbies, like community, like each petal that blossoms is it all comes back to this seed, and that seed is what is being challenged and unearthed and reborn during this transit of Pluto in retrograde. And Pluto in retrograde lasts a full 5 months of every year. It's a slow, long transit. Yeah, even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. But it is part of the divine plan, and it's a level of divine guidance. I have this little tiny, that's where these cards are from, this little tiny shadow work oracle deck. Let me ask, what is the collective, can you give us a hint for what the collective is going to be working on during this time? What is the seed that they're going to be facing or working on? One more time. What is the seed of what they're going to be working on during this time? I can also ask my little miniature oracle and see what I get from that. Yeah, it's not telling me. You're going to have to do it in isolation. It's something you're going to have to be kind of in the hermit energy in order to do. Let me ask this deck. Oh, your girl has been, I even hate to say it on here, gifting and giving some decks away, because it's just me in this little apartment, and I have too much. I need to purge. I need to be lighter. I need to have more space and more peace. All right, what is this seed that the collective is going to be working on during this time? Show me. Also, I apologize if you hear my neighbors moving furniture for no reason upstairs. It never stops. Spiritual guidance. So it's going to be different for everybody, but you're going to be guided, and you're going to know what it is. And for some of you, finding feathers will be like a confirmation or a hint. It's funny because I was having a really rotten day, like maybe a week ago, and I found the most gigantic, beautiful, clean feather. And on the streets of New York City, that is a big deal, finding a clean feather. And it was so unusually colored. It was brown and white striped. I knew it was from a hawk. I just knew it. So for some of you, feathers will be a sign or a synchronicity for this seed that is going to be like your personal challenge and lesson during this time and this transit. Is there anything else the collective needs to know about this particular seed? Kindreds. There's going to be a level of illumination around community, soul family, friendships, how you behave in relationship with others. And that's also going to be challenged during this time. Not challenged, that's not quite the, well, there is a level of challenge, but it's actually transformed. It's going to be transformed. You're going to notice the pattern. You're going to point out the pattern, say, I want to change the pattern. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to live like this anymore. And over the course of 5 months, something's going to give. It might be very small, but I have a gut feeling that for many of you, it's actually going to be quite significant. For some of you, it might have to do with honesty and speaking your truth. Some of you might be people who, for whatever the reason, feel like they can't be honest in relationships, like little things. Where were you? Oh, I went to the Taco Bell, when really you went to KFC. And it's like, why did I lie about that? I don't even know. I just didn't want them knowing where I was. It might be something little like that, but it means something so much bigger. For some of you, it might be a more significant behavioral pattern, and it might affect every area of your life. It does, because it's the seed at the center of that, for sure. That's all that's coming out of there. But whatever it is, it's like you have the power, is what they want to say. You are in control of this transformation and this transition. You have all the tools already. The magician has all the tools on his little table. I wish I had my traditional tarot deck. It's okay. The magician has all of the elements and all of the tools he needs to make his magic. So you have the power. You have in your hand. You have the tools. The power is here within you. I just heard God will provide. God will provide you with everything you need. You may want to look into, if you're feeling called to pray, not only to God, but to a particular archangel or ancestor or saint or deity or ascended master, you may be called to research that or look into that during this time. I know for me, I've been hearing a call to a particular deity for some time, and I took the plunge to finally do a little research, and I was so shocked by what I found out about this deity, and I was like, I should have been praying to this deity for years. And I might be further along than where I am today if I had started sooner. So, or it might be, a passed on loved one, an ancestor. So if you feel that little nudge, definitely listen to that. Okay, I just want to pull a little bit from this sort of 3D deck. It's a love deck, but it kind of works for anything. What does the collective need to know in general right now about the energy of the people around them? Last resort. If you feel like you're having to compromise a lot, or you're feeling a level of being controlled and you're not able to express yourself, or I feel like somebody was talking to me earlier about this, and it's so brilliant. I actually want to write about this. Your intuition is the little voice that speaks to you. and it'll nudge you before it sort of shoves you, if that makes sense. Before you get hit with the tower, you get inklings about this person may not be for you, or, you know, this job may not be for you, or, you know, and you'll get hints, and you'll get just gut feelings for a period of time. And it's when you don't listen that the little voice gets loud. So, and I'm smiling and I'm sort of laughing because I'm more at a, you know, I'm more at a calm place about that now with my former job. But you might be feeling like someone's deceiving you, or there might be like a level of like two-facedness, or you're not being told the entire truth is what I just heard. It's like you're getting like a half truth. And if that's what's going on, they want you to heed that warning before the little voice gets loud. And I'm not saying to cut people off like that, but to start being cautious sooner, I think. Yeah, like keep a level of like suspicion, I think, or like your guard up, I guess. Do your, like I heard, do your own research. I hate that phrase. I hate do your own research, because usually do your own research is like watch TikTok. And I think that's not a good idea, but like do your own research on the people that you're the people around you, I think. Sorry, this deck is like very thick, so when I try to put it back where it lives, it like doesn't like it. She's thick. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm gonna do a couple more spiritual cards, and then I will pull some messages from your person on your mind. Okay, what are some things the collective needs to know right now in general about their spiritual journey and growth? I love this deck. I haven't touched it in ages, but I always like to use it for you guys, because look at the side of it. It's so pretty. That's the one. Ideal match. An opportunity will arise that will feel meant to be. It will be an ideal match for you based on your skills and energy. You are on the right path, and if you choose to accept it, you'll be able to learn and grow more than you ever thought possible. And these are little puzzle pieces here. I love that. Oh, and we were talking about the open road at the very beginning of in the affirmation. I love that. Squad. Remember, you don't have to do everything alone. You have a whole squad rooting for you or eager to support you. Reach out to others if you need to, because there's always someone willing to lend you a hand. Absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like, oh, and more butterflies and birds. I feel like you have to trust your intuition and trust your gut. If these people are not it, there will be more that come in. And I'm, as you know, take what fits, and what doesn't fit, just, you can leave it. Whatever resonates or doesn't resonate. This is true for some people. And some people are just getting additions in their life. Some people have people that left a long time ago and they're still sort of nursing those wounds. Others, you know, are like in the middle of it, in the midst of it. Others, you know, nobody's leaving, but you're having a new sort of squad member or two soul family, soulmates come in. Buy yourself flowers. Oh, treat yourself with care, kindness, and self-love, even in difficult times. Take moments to appreciate yourself and your efforts, just as you would appreciate the beauty of fresh flowers. This can help boost self-esteem, promote resilience, and foster a positive mindset. Oh, I just got like such a warm, fuzzy feeling in my heart chakra area. Sixes also, and 16, this is 61, 16, that might be significant right now too, or it might be significant to someone watching. Also, there's a 6 up there with the Lovers. I love that. Aww. Beautiful message. Okay. All right, everybody. For those of you who are watching for love, who would like a message from your person, you can keep watching. I do always try to put timestamps on these videos, so if people want to skip right to this part, they can. But I don't know. I think the spiritual stuff is just as important. All right. The person who is romantically on the collective's mind, what do they want to say? What do they want to say? What do they want to say? My pride and ego got the best of me. And we know. You may be struggling with ego right now as well. Like you may be kind of wrestling with that. That might be part of this like death and rebirth and lesson. Like you may be going through an ego death in particular, because you might be mirroring with this person. When I'm around you and energetically, can you feel me? This person may be trying to telepathically communicate with you, or they may be thinking about you a lot and you may feel their energy. Karmic soulmate. They may have a karmic soulmate. This person may be a karmic soulmate to you. You're gonna have to use your own discernment on that. Either way, there has to be a level of detachment here, I think. It's weird. As I pulled this card, my jaw got really, really tight. Your person may be having trouble communicating with a karmic on their end, saying what they need to say. They might be biting their tongue or lying through their teeth, is what I just heard. Show me. Any other messages for the collective? I feel so guilty. Okay, so that might be related. And your rejection would destroy me. So if your person is not contacting you or reaching out to you, it might be because they are very afraid of your rejection. It might be because of the karmic soulmate situation. Oh. They might... I'm addicted to you with that energy. Oh, they are growing though. I'm gonna cover this card up with that because I don't know what YouTube is okay with. They are growing. And eventually they will be able to speak their truth. I think they just might not be ready yet. They might be playing catch up with you. This is a beautiful message, collective. If you have any questions for me, feel free to drop them in the chat. I'm happy to do a little Q&A for the next video. Let me know how you guys have been if you watched this far. And I do hope to film another video soon. It's taken a lot, but I've been changing my energy, working really hard to level up, pivot my journey, and sort of deal with these battles that I've been having to fight energetically and in the mundane. And I'm really looking forward to coming back, filming these messages for you guys, being in touch with you guys. And if this reading resonated, feel free to share with a friend. would love to get some more subscribers on here, and I really look forward to talking with you guys more, hearing from you guys, and I apologize again for the long, I wanted to say the long winter, and it was winter partially, but the long wait that I kept you guys waiting. I apologize, and I look forward to talking with you guys soon. Bye.